Yo, what up? What up? It's late at night. I feel like recording some videos. Let's head to Twitter. Let's see what's been going on lately on the Twitter first. Jesus Christ. Let's see what's been going on Twitter, man. Let's look at destroying. I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know destroying was having a kid soon.
That's probably the most I've been through in my life, bro. Y'all put me through it. And like I told you earlier, got a kid on the way. I felt like quitting. I wasn't in my head. I went in there. I was like, bro, all right, if I quit, what's the example of that shit? What example is that for the people watching? Here's the realest part, right? And this is what you need to realize. If you quit in the gym, how would you feel if your lady quit during labor? I just can't do this no more. She about to push out something that she carried for 9 months. And she can't quit no matter how much morphine, how much pain she got. She got to push that baby out no matter what. She can't quit during labor. You want to quit during a gym session? Okay. I see it in your face. It's not.
Damn.
It's not. Go let it out. You got a lot of responsibility. It's your first kid. Money ain't guaranteed. Both things. You gotta let it out the right way. And that's why you got a family now. You got a family up there. And you got another uncle. That's right.
Oh man.
Let it out. Come on, I told you earlier I seen the pain in your face. Come on, let it out. Thank you. Of course, huh? Of course,
Man, shout out to Unc, man. Changing niggas' life, man. It's more than a workout for you. It's a lifestyle, bro. That's the touching video, man. Some people were hating in the comments, but that's the touching video, bro. Destroying, having a kid, going through a tough workout. Man, that's cool. But you know what? I really want to react to. Just really want to get into because we hadn't been getting into it. So, let's see. Yep. So yesterday, the Pistons got into a little scuffle with the Hornets. Let's see what's happening. Yet they lead the NBA in fouls per game. Clearly, fouling is not a problem for a good defensive team. And Duran is fouled. Bridges with the swing at him. He got mushed in the face, I think, by Duran. Then Bridges tried to get into it. Oh, did they go? They cut off Bridges. Sue and Bridges really got into it. The two crashed out. But Stu left the bench off of that one, bro. And it was crazy, man. Look at this. Just another angle. Yeah, Stu was always ready to go on a crash out mission. And Bridges ain't too afraid to crash out whether you're a woman or a man. So, I want to see if they got any reaction to it. Right, this is what I did Detroit for. Alright, man. So my time out, we need a 7-game series between Hornets and Pistons. That would cook, not gonna lie. I want to see if there was any reaction to this. Look, this is good reaction to it.
I'm listen.
you know what I know. And you see Pistons with the word fight. You only look for one person. Huh? Where is he? I'm just gonna sit back here. Where's Stewart? Huh? Because you know he's lurking. If he's not on the court at the same time, he's coming. That's what he do. Like that one dude that's on goal for no reason all the time. Him, right? That's where is he? Basketball court on go. Funeral, pretty on go. Him, he's to crash out. He's a crash out. Where is he? Like who's his friends? Like it has to be great having a friend like him. Be at the club drinking and talking. Yo, here he comes. Don't ask you no questions.
Gil got some personal experience with old buddy from the Pistons, but Stewart ran into him one time, and I don't blame him. He had to go out of there, boy. Damn, but Stewart, the Pistons, and the Hornets bringing that toughness, and recently the Hornets been playing great recently, which I thought they should have started off better than they have in the beginning of the season, but they finally getting to where they should have been. I want to say, look at NBA. I think right now the Pistons is still number one seed. Celtics a little bit behind, but recently we just found out Tatum is coming back. Hornets is in the 10th spot in the play-in spot. If it comes down to it, I can see them going in, beating the Hawks and beating the Heat, and getting that last spot for real. All these other teams is really out of it. But yeah, man, that was a little scuffle between them, bro. Little scuffle, but I want to see the next thing I want to get to because oh damn, yeah, y'all didn't even see the standings. So that's my fault. Yeah, you can see, as you can see, Hornets is right there in that 10th spot, right there in that playing spot, right in that bubble. I don't see the Bulls is right behind them, but I don't think the Bulls are gonna stay up with them. The Hornets is a really good team. They're finally reviving like I expected, but about time. Let's go back up here and let's look at some other stuff. Going to All Star break. Um, Let me see if we can pull up. Yep, just for the news, Damian Lillard is playing. Breaking news: Damian Lillard is expected to be in a 3-point contest on a torn Achilles. Ain't fully healed. So I don't know if he's eventually going to come back, but yeah, that's kind of crazy, gang. Lillard coming back off of Achilles injury, kind of crazy. Not gonna lie, cause he been out for about a year. I know he's gonna probably. I thought the expectation was he gonna be out this year, but he coming back in a 3-point contest is kind of crazy. Um, didn't really expect him to come back this early, and I don't know if he's just way with him working himself back, but he is going to be in the 3-point contest. Some people are kind of upset. Then Leonard hasn't played a single minute in this season. Name a little back for 3-point contest. I'm sorry. And You got Bobby Portis. People talking about Bobby Portis being there. So that's another thing on the All Star break is like um okay while Lillard here, and then also Shea gonna be out, Steph's gonna be out on this All Star, and they had trying out this whole new the World versus USA. Um, as they're looking now, they're trying to do anything to save the All Star game. Um, they're doing this whole UA versus World, but you only got two major stars missing out on the game already. So this probably not going to be a good All Star game again. Um, I think eventually they're gonna have to do away with the All Star game. This year the NFL had their first, I think, flag football game. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people felt like it was not that good this year. I wish they would have. I don't know if they did a lot of the skill challenge, but skill challenge a lot of things that would have had football. Would have that's the main thing the Pro Bowl. Everybody like the Pro Bowl for is a skill challenge, and I want to look it up. But let's see if the NFL have their skill challenge. No, it was no skill challenge this year. It was no skill challenge. Just had a Pro Bowl game. Yep, fumbled like hell with that. So my thing is just the getting off on the topic subject is just this thing. These all star, all pro ain't like it used to be. And even when I was a kid, it wasn't even that great because I remember. I remember it wasn't bad, but it was some years don't NFC versus AFC. Nobody watched the game. The game wasn't really that competitive. Same thing with NBA. It was some good years, especially when Kobe and LeBron was in that prime. But eventually, um, people were really taking that seriously. People did watch them for a little bit, but it wasn't like they were having these crazy battles in the All Star game. So now they're trying to shake everything up with this the World versus USA. Um, I guess do whatever you can, but I don't think it will work this year. It will be another thing we'll talk about, another hot topic. People talking about how terrible the All Star game is and everything, but it's kind of done for the All Star. But also weekend as a whole, just partying and whatnot. That's always gonna be there because you get all these stars in one place and everybody kind of like this. And it's a good thing. Like it's a weekend after Super Bowl. I don't know if it was like that before, but like now you can have back to back weeks of just people just hanging out, whatever. You can kind of piggyback off of the Super Bowl. Um, I think that's the best thing. Also, weekend just offer is just like you can have all the stars, NBA players together in one place. But as far as the All Star game being anything of a good thing to watch or a good product, All Star game is that's kind of done for it. But the future, well, I think they just need to lean into the whole All Star break is just like kind of I guess do have a like a do some type of fanatic or something. We can have players and fans meeting players and whatnot and all that. And you can probably do skills challenge and stuff like that. But other than have some horse games or whatnot, but you expecting guys to play basketball against each other competitively, not really. That's the thing of the past. Just need to do a glorified skill challenge. That what I would do it with NFL All Pro. Just do skill challenge, man. do all type of stuff, do all type of challenges, strongman competition, all type of stuff. Just make it fun. Because you're not gonna have guys go play football or basketball against each other competitively, um, like they care. Um, guys are just trying to have fun. I don't think they really care. It's not like something like that you can do that's going to get people riled up and everything, ready to play, whatever. So you just got to do a glorified skill challenge. Um, I used to like NFL, some of the skill challenge NFL used to do. I don't know why they didn't choose to do that this year. That was that's one thing that people. I mean, I'm always gonna like to see a little bit of skill challenge, just to have them do some type of athletic competition against each other. I think that's some of the stuff, or the best shooter. Um, none of the stars gonna do dunk contest, so you can just have the best dunkers across the world do the dunk contest instead of just depending on your stars from the basketball NBA. Because let's look at the dunk contest contestants. Uh, like this is the dunk contest players: Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Kishad Johnson, J.C. Richardson. It's cool. Um, I hope they can put on a show, but these are not like some of the bigger names. Um, I know Carter Bryant. Um, who's on a really good Spurs team, got a little buzz about him, but everybody else. I think Jackson Hayes is a really good dunker, but I just don't know how many people gonna tune in to see Jackson Hayes on a dunk contest, and especially with all his off the court issues. I don't really know. Centel talking about cancel. All right, Centel, you might be right, especially after this year, but it's what everybody trying to get back to, man. This dunk contest. The glory days. Oh man, the fucking glory days. But even back then, they had their own issue with dunk contests because I think they had to take it away back in the day. But I think personally, if you just move it to like the best dunkers, if you some of the best dunkers, creative dunkers around, um, it can kind of save his game. I know Mac McClung tired of being uh uh dunk pig for the NBA. Just bring him out like some type of dunk cow. Just bring him out every year. Sign him to a team for a couple of days, and then he get cut or sent back to the G League after like after a week after the dunk contest. So I think he just don't want to do it no more. He don't feel like I'm pretty sure he don't feel like coming on in front of the crowd and not paying for a team for real, and then being in dunk contest and get pop his name buzzing for a couple of days, and then that's it. I think the NBA just need to do whatever. If you want to have the guys on NBA team have a team, whatever, sign a player to a couple 2 day, 10-day contract, whatever. Have them have them to that team in a dunk contest, and maybe they can win some money or something. Being in the contest, so it make the dunkers like worth it for them to win. So not only they get a trophy, they can get some like decent money for them, but for themselves, or some type of endorsement deal or whatever. I think personally, dunk contest is kind of and they had Matt McClung who just carried it for the past couple years, and then before that it was Aaron Gordon, and then before Jacqueline, Aaron Gordon I think did it like one or two times. Jacqueline was there, but yeah, um, they forever chasing that now. 2016 dunk contest was probably we never gonna have one like that again for a while. So I think personally they just need to go outside the comfort zone and go for some other guys outside of the NBA. But who knows? They might put on a good dunk contest. Um, I'm not gonna be looking forward to it, but I'll see what happens. I want to say, what a dunk contest taking this shit? What a All Star game? Is it in LA this year? Um, it's in LA. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Nobody gonna care about this All Star weekend this weekend. That's why in LA. They gonna just care about fashion, getting drunk, having parties, mansion parties and shit, whatever weird shit they do in LA. Nobody gonna finna care about this dunk contest, man. That's it's All Star weekend for real. People just it's just a thing. The people come together. Um, just like the Super Bowl weekend, people come together. Motherfucking got fucking women all across the world trying to check on men, just like the Super Bowl. That's what it all gonna be, man. Yeah, but Super Bowl actually have good, good events. It's actually a good event, unlike the All Star weekend. And this gonna be it's gonna be in the mud conversation after this All Star weekend and whatever, man. It's really whatever. Uh, let's see what's been also trending on the timeline, bro. Don't pay attention to no conspiracy series. We're not reacting. I'm not reacting to no conspiracy series on here. Is there anything else on here? Yeah, that's the only thing I can see, man. I guess it's I might do a little conspiracy on here. Um, Kurt Cobain death was a homicide and some private forensic findings. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not finna. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole level thing I can do on on the conspiracy series. I got the whole summer to do that. The whole summer we in basketball football season, bro. What else is trending out here right now, man? What's going on, Wimby? It's Wimby tonight. Wimby looking good tonight. It's like it's off from the first quarter, bro. God damn, Lakers. Lakers should have gotten on for a freaking thinner at the deadline. 8 minutes, 25 points in 8 minutes is insane, bro. That is insane. That is insane. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is just another big news. Um, Las Vegas and Seattle are favorite teams to be um getting new teams if the NBA decides to expand this summer. Hopefully, I don't know what that would do for the playoff seeding. That might be they may add one or two playoff seed. Then also if Las Vegas Seattle get a team this year, one of these teams will have to be in the East Coast, which is crazy because you already got Memphis who's in the East, got to play in the West, and then of course you got Minnesota who's in the you would consider the Mid East, and and playing in the West. So I don't know how it just shake up, but yeah, Las Vegas, Seattle getting um team, maybe getting the team this summer. Um, they talking about play the league need two more teams. I don't know, man. I think they're definitely. I think they might have. I think they might add two more teams to the NBA. It would be a problem. NBA, NFL got 32 teams. Um, and you see how much money they're making. They still have a good talent pool of players across the league, even though some teams are not still not doing good, i.e. Browns and whatever and Cardinals. But them adding two more teams is not a bad idea. They only have 30 teams now. Two more teams mean more money, more revenue. Me and we having a loaded draft class coming in. Um, we have a loaded draft class coming in. So so I don't know if this will be before the NBA draft or this should be before the NBA draft if I'm expecting it. Of course, you gotta wait till the summer till we get some more, or with that later on get some more information. But you got a lot of draft coming in. Um, the talent pool. People's talking about how it's a lot better. I mean, I guess more talented players now. Role players are a little bit better than what they was in the past. Two more teams in the NBA would be cool, man. I want to see what people are saying to this comment. What are they saying? All right, people are saying, "Nah, that's a bad take." Most people like this. Okay, so move Memphis to the Eastern Conference. What is people? People for sure everybody is want that. Now give us Minnesota. Move Memphis back to Vancouver. That's probably not gonna happen, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's not gonna happen. Memphis is a Tennessee is a too big of a market for them to lose a team. But yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Me personally, I think it's cool if the NBA had two teams. I don't know. I found out it was only 32 teams, 30 teams in the NBA. I thought it started crazy. I'm like, it's crazy that NFL have more teams than the NBA. I think NBA would um would be. I think NBA would benefit from having more teams because just because you have more limited um spots for team players on the roster. Um, them having two more teams can probably spread out the talent a little bit more. Um, take the league up a little bit more. Um, we talk about especially in the West, a lot of the teams are very talented, and a lot of it's kind of stacked in the West last year. I won't say as much this year, but if you have more teams, um, you have more teams. You can probably spread the talent out a little bit more. Um, get more money for the players, more more money, more like revenue. They've been on Vegas for like always. The NBA always going to Vegas for the summer league. Hopefully, you know, I always think if Vegas get a team, maybe you don't have to go to Vegas. Maybe you can spread out that summer league. Do it in New York, do it in Vegas, do it in Atlanta, do like spread it around a little bit, or you well, I don't see you ever do summer league overseas, but just spread it out a little bit. Maybe you can do some other overseas game, but when there's summer league, like introduce European country to your new talent. But yeah, man, I want to be mad with it. Um, yeah, let's see what else is on my timeline, man. This is a random night, bro. I just feel like getting on here, man. Um, just looking at all the stuff. This was this from yesterday or today? I don't know where that's from. Julian Love before the interception of Drake made the Super Bowl. Classic young quarterback is finishes his back foot hits. He going to where he wants, but he's pausing for a second to determine he's open. He's not blindly doing like his Stratford. Stafford. Okay. Little coaching.
Yeah, yeah. That's all right, though. I'm going to stay patient. I'm going to give me one. Classic young quarterback. He's, as soon as that back foot hits, he's going to where he wants, but he's pausing for a second to confirm that he's open. He's not blindly going like Stafford. There's like a little hitch there. Let me show you something. Made from the shotgun. Second down and 3. Steps up in the pocket, gonna let one fly down the seam, and it's intercepted. Julian Love.
Yeah, man. Not gonna lie. I was gonna talk about the Super Bowl because it was just so such a blowout. But everybody pretty much speak on it. Drake May didn't have his best performance this Super Bowl. Um, he was getting rushed a lot at time. I think his name Will Campbell was getting pushed back. Had a rough postseason. Had a decent rookie season, and then playoff came around, and we don't know what happened to him. Supposedly he said he was battling a knee injury, but nobody cares. Everybody injured in the playoff in the football. It's like week 21. It's like everybody is dealing with something. So Drake May had you know trying to struggle this postseason. Um, he you can kind of tell the pressure was getting to him. He was facing a lot of great defenses, and they couldn't protect for him. And he wasn't confident in everything he was seeing. He wasn't playing with conviction. He was just trying. He more playing like a quarterback who hasn't seen a lot of great defense. Hasn't played a lot. He's still young. Still, I think he's just 23 years old. Um, so you can kind of tell he wasn't quite ready for this postseason for the spotlight, but it's hard to say who's ready at 23 for that spotlight for the playoff. Is very a list of very few players who are able to play well at a young age in the NFL playoff. So um, he'll be better next year, but as far as Seattle team is really freaking good. Just to kind of they had just the same type of dominance that Seattle team had with um the old Seattle team back in 20 I want to say 14, 13 when they went against the Broncos and they blew out them in the Super Bowl. This is the same, basically the same. They play the same way. Now it might not be a Richard Sherman on the defense, but you got some good DBs, good safeties. Pass rusher is even better than what it was when they had I forgot the guy's name, but Michael and the other guy who was on that defensive line. But this team looks a lot better, and they still have a lot of money this offseason to spend. So who knows what they do? Um, of course, you got to respond some players like Jason, but this team definitely gonna be around. If Sam Donald just keep on playing like he played this year and keep up the good quarterback play and just continue what he do this year, I don't would not be see a problem with them being back here in the Super Bowl next year. Of course, that'll be another time I talk about how everybody gonna look this during this offseason, what people need in the draft, especially like what team will need in the draft upcoming and whatnot, what they need to do off this offseason. But the Seattle team could be the next, you know, the Seattle's team that become a dynasty that it didn't become with the past team. Hopefully they won't make the same mistake Pete Carroll did and try to play favorite and try to get certain people MVPs. They can actually um play to their strength and in the Super Bowl, like Tim Donald didn't have his greatest game, but they still had Walker and Walker had a decent game. It was and Cooper has a couple nice catches. So this is the team that can what I'm saying be back here next year for sure. But we're gonna talk about that later. Um, what else? What else is on my timeline, man? Oh, okay. Right here. This is probably one of my last things. The Titans are interviewing Brian Callahan for the QB coach. Callahan was at the Lions and Raiders 2016-18 before heading to the Bengals at the OC for 5 years. A lot of people were not liking this, but I don't think Brian Callahan is a terrible OC. If the Giants does this, he's not a terrible quarterback developer. He was with Joe Burrow, but it's Joe Burrow, but and it wasn't like Cam Wood looked terrible under him. Um, he just not. He's a guy who couldn't should have be a head coach. I think they got Brian Callahan, and I forgot who else they have on their staff. I think they got Greg Roman, who's like I'm probably not very fond of, but he's not terrible. I forgot who was at OC, but it's not bad. It's not a bad move. A lot of people gonna overreact. We headed to the off season, man. We got the draft coming up. People gonna react, overreact and stuff. Whatever. Let's see what Charlamagne got to say about Bad Bunny.
And I have a question. What?
Because damn, I'm trying to jump my head in myself. Yeah, let's see what people Charlamagne got to say about Bad Bunny. A lot of people reacting and being weird over his Bad Bunny thing. Let's see what he got to say.
Did Brown do to you? What did Brown do to you? Jesse Waters, Megan Kelly. The way y'all acting over Bad Bunny is how y'all should be acting over the Epstein list. Okay, yesterday lawmakers Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey were supposed to be reviewing some of the Epstein files under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, which Khanna and Massey co-authored. And it requires federal agencies to provide unredacted records from the FBI and grand juries related to Epstein's criminal case. And guess what? They were still redacted. Okay. In fact, Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey said the Justice Department
redacted the names of at least 6 men who are likely incriminated by their inclusion in the Epstein files. Why aren't you outraged about that, Megan Kelly and Jesse Waters? That's what people should be upset about.
Alrighty. Um, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. Okay, okay. My personal thing to just Bad Bunny. I thought Bad Bunny was a great performance, man. Great performance. You know, a lot of people was hating on Bad Bunny. A lot of, you know what I'm saying, unmelanated people was hating on Bad Bunny. Kind of crazy because I'm pretty sure we always eating chips and dips and salsa during the Super Bowl. Some of y'all probably was drinking some margaritas and what do they call it? Uh what is it? What is everybody been talking about? Coronas. I know everybody was enjoying all that stuff for Super Bowl weekend. They Super Bowl parties. It's kind of crazy. People getting mad about Bad Bunny, who's mostly he's the biggest artist in the world, one of the biggest artists in the world, and he's most of his songs are in Spanish. People complaining about him being a Spanish, him being a Spanish speaking artist, and him being on the biggest stage in America for football. People complaining like it's just spinning in the face of the consumers, which is crazy because football is not really American sport. It was inspired by rugby, which we can do our research. So what? Yeah, no, you know, y'all can tell me where the rugby come from. I don't like it came from America. Okay, and rugby came from England. Mm. And then where did football originate? And yeah, football came from America, which was from rugby. And I think we started in Ohio. Somebody says the game moved west into Ohio. And if I'm not mistaken, because I don't want to, speak out of turn, that yeah, I'm pretty sure how did rugby turn into football? Yep. like this is like common knowledge. You know, something I learned when I was a freaking kid. So the fact that adults don't know that football is not even like a original sport. It came from rugby, and the name is from a sport that not even American. It came from soccer, and if you look where soccer comes from, England. So it's just crazy. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. A lot of people try to act like football is just like just some American thing that only belong to American, really Europeans, because that's it's just all white Americans who acting like football only belongs to them. Um, it doesn't. It's a lot more people outside of your white demographic that want to watch football. That the NFL want to tap into those audiences. I'm sorry, the world don't revolve around English speaking Americans. Um, um, people they want to grow the game of football. You have people, you have some countries outside of America that play football. Of course, it's not big like basketball outside of America because how physical football is. A lot of countries still haven't like really fully embraced football, and this would and Bad Bunny, who's a first of all American man who's from America. Puerto Rico is part of America, and you also had other artists not from America the Super Bowl halftime. But people gonna say, is they speak English? I guess, bro. It's whatever, man. All I'm saying is, bro. Um, People are just trying to make football like the football is only belong to them. Like it's the same thing a couple years ago when people were putting these. Even though I saw performative, people was complaining about the people kneeling for American flag, whatever, black players and what they should just stand and it's like, you know that whole thing come from white people feel like, oh, I can cheer for black people, but black people problems are not my problem, and they should just play football and shut up. You know, that's just how privileged people are. I don't even say privileged people. That's just people who doesn't care about other people. People who are pieces of shit. It's just really what it is. People who just hate people because they don't like them. They don't try like them. They don't they don't understand them, so they don't like it. They complained about Kendrick Lamar last year, who was American, and they didn't like him. So it's here what it is. It's a race issue. They don't care, and that's why they tune in for TPUSA halftime. And apparently they did good, 5 million views, but I don't know. But apparently there was some allegations. 'Cause, yeah, I'm not listening to you, buddy. Okay, this is some reaction to the TPUS halftime show.
Oh, that's way worse.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Apparently, Chris Rock was just lip syncing, bro. Kid Rock, whatever his name is. Yeah, he was lip syncing. Of course, the explosion. Kid Rock for being a weirdo. Some old lyrics, but that's not even the thing, bro. That's not even the worst thing. Um, there was some allegations. Oh, hold on. I just. Oh, this what Candace Owen got to say. Hold on. Um, I don't know, bro. I don't know what she say right there. Should have been here. Apparently, it was some view body stuff. I gotta see what it was because apparently XQC. Yeah, yeah, whatever. See, it's training right there. Some people saying it was bots on the thing. Because it froze. not gonna lie, that's the song I expect. Fucking what? Drink my what? Alright, bro. But yeah, the chat was frozen. It was not. It was in like five a chat that had 5 million people watching it. I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer. Yeah, like the lyrics is crazy. Chat kind of weird. It froze. A lot of people talking about it was view botting because that doesn't look like a chat that had 5 million people. Um, let's see. And you got people saying comments like this. To be fair, most people watching was middle-aged white men streaming in their living room, not teenagers. Nah, people know they can watch on DTV and leave comments and chat from their phone. Come on now. Yeah, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't look like 5 million people that will the whole time trolls. Reaction is not a chat. You know, people talking about bro. It was bought by a bot. They bought it at the KKK halftime show, bro. Not surprised that they did, bro. Even if they didn't, Bad Bunny had like 130 something million people watching his halftime show. Clearly, people wasn't mad about it. I think it might have been some clips of Trump um, at a Super Bowl show, and he was watching it. You know, if that orange fucker was watching Bad Bunny and he wasn't even watching the TPUSA shit, it's like, man, come on, man. That shit is embarrassing, dog. Damn, white people used to have, y'all used to have emotion back in the day. You white liberals, I mean white conservatives, y'all used to have emotion like crazy back in the day. What happened, man? You look corny right now, bro. This whole halftime scene was just fucking corny. It's just people being mad or whatever. Um, like it was been for years. You had like rock, um, bands, white bands, whatnot. They even had a couple country music people at a halftime show, but guess what? Nobody liked those. Surprising. Now, does it mean you can have someone like Morgan Wallen come and maybe he have a good halftime show or Taylor Swift? But it's just like, man, like people just complaining about nothing. Um, it's okay, bro. They don't have to do everything, cater everything to you. You a conservative, white conservative, black conservative who didn't like Black Bunny, Bad Bunny. Jesus Christ, Bad Bunny. They don't have to cater to you every year. If you didn't want to watch it, don't watch it. Nobody cares. The NFL really does not care. Um, they saw how like people reacted to it, them doing like players doing protests and whatnot, and they just didn't really see a reason why should they be scared to do things outside of the normal. They're not trying to have a be. They're not trying to be like NASCAR or whatever. They're trying to actually bring more people to this sport. Even though I don't think I'm not saying NASCAR is, but NASCAR is largely is like a regional thing. Um, Football was like a regional South thing. Then um, as time goes, football became more bigger, bigger thing across the United States of America, and then Super Bowl became more bigger, and that's why they try this year. They trying to have more teams doing international games because they want to go to the game. Um, People just don't want to stay in America. I'm sorry. They want to reach bigger audiences. They seen the numbers they doing in America, and they're like, why can't we do that outside of America? They're already the biggest sport in America. Um, no matter what basketball can do, it's gonna be kind of harder for basketball to catch up with football in terms of numbers and just eyes watching football. Now on social media, it's a different story because I think basketball is one of those things that can become more viral on the internet. But the NFL is like we don't care about the internet. We're trying to get real people and real engagement, and they're trying to go to these other countries. A lot of these other countries, when they come to when these football teams go to the other countries, they do sell out. A lot of people be there, want to be there for understanding to watch football. Um, that's why we had to get up every 9 a.m. If you're on the West Coast, maybe what 7 6 a.m. to watch the international game because the NFL wanna be in that bag. They wanna go international. I know they had did some of this stuff before in the '90s and whatnot, but now they doing a little bit more now. So that's just Bad Bunny was a person who can help reach you know down South America. They had all the flags and whatnot at the halftime show. It was really nice, really good. But yeah, this is just like an attempt for them to grow the game. Um, Bad Bunny gonna help grow the game. Um, this is really good, and if they can get maybe an Ed Sheeran or a big English star, some more where they had big English stars, but they want to get more people who can they get eyes on the football and halftime show. They get some K-pop people. They probably gonna try to do that, but yeah, all the complaining is just really people just mad. People just want to try to keep forward something for themselves. Um, the NFL does not want to just isolate itself from other, like just off from other people. They want to grow the game. So if that making a couple conservatives mad, so-called Christians mad, they don't care. Because you are going to watch football and whatever. Alright, football is too ingrained in the South for people not to care about it. So if you didn't watch the halftime show, who give a damn? Alright, I'm pretty sure with the way things going with the college football and football, like it's just turning up and up. So people are gonna pay attention more, especially with college football when they had a lot of 12 teams. Um, that's why you see a lot of SEC programs kind of mad because this 12-team playoff is kind of expanding the relevancy of college football. Before college football was just a South thing, and maybe some people in the Big Ten area part of the country cared about football, college football. But now it's just Indiana just won. Miami is back in it. You want to say you had some. I know it's still teams in the South, but you still have some teams like Texas Tech and whatnot, Texas A&M. Out of the typical teams, that you had some of those teams become in the spotlight. And of course, like this, like the whole Indiana thing, probably gonna have other teams looking like they can do that, and a lot of they're gonna give other teams and other fan bases something to strive for. So football is growing, so um, people are gonna be mad about it. But I like the Bad Bunny scene. Thought NFL cooked with the halftime show. Um, we do need to kind of help with the whole scheduling thing. With NFL, like this Patriots Super Bowl, man. We can't take another blowout Super Bowl, man. We gonna need another classic in a year. And maybe you know I'm just overreacting because two blows in back to back not good. But maybe next year, man. Maybe next year when if we in LA, we get two good teams. But I know that for a fact gonna be my fucking Steelers. And we'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's it. I think it's getting late for me. But yeah, that's something I want to get into late night Twitter talks, man. Appreciate it for hanging out with your boy.